Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
And does Washington have it? They do.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Bond going to throw it.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Locke. That is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now it slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
They look to throw. It's Locke.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And he's missed now at his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Second and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Check 9, check 9. 22, Mike 22. Silver. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mike 22 is coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Going right back to Fant. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
2nd and 6. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. On 3rd down, Cottrell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
0-0, Mike 3. Hey, watch your leg. Mike 3. Combo. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Watch twist.
Now Locke. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. On play action, Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mon.
Escaping the pressure right. Open target here is Matthews. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Here's Mon.
He's got it to Matthews, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for him. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Off the play fake, Mon. This one left side caught by Gibson. It's a first down and more for Gibson.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Mon looks to throw.
He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back to the air, Mon.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Broncos nothing.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
Here's Mon. They're going for it.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Extra point up and through. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Washington 14, Broncos nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's
on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Mike 3. Combo. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 3. Here we go. 0-0, Mike 3. Watch the pass. Mike 3. Combo.
Here's Locke to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Mike 3. Watch QB drop. Slam.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Locke now to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they can't bring him down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Check.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Well, they go play action here. Mon.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Second down. Here's Mond again. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mond now off of play action.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mon going to throw it.
They'll roll him out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Crunch time, defense.
They look to throw. It's Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Again, it's Locke. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Now McManus for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mon. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half It didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw again on second down. Mond. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. From the gun, here's Mond. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Afitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Locke. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Oh, Brown, a nice catch.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
Now Mon. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Mon. They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Mon looks to throw on 1st down.
And this is hauled in by Matthews. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Mon. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 1st down, here's Mon.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And Washington has retaken the lead.
Point after, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On play action, Lock. This will be caught. Judy. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From midfield, here's Locke. And Gordon's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Check 43. Kill.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Good check time on both sides.
Mon looks to throw.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40.
Here's Mon.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mon. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll look to throw again, rolling to his right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Shamar Stephen in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. To throw is Locke. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
Oh, man, that was some call right there. The game in the balance. They run for it on 4th down. And this has been the story all game long. They've been the ones that come up with the big plays when they've needed them. And that last one, that may have won them the football game.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Locke going to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game